Mafia, the closest thing gameplay-wise to GTA 4 and the closest family you've seen since Step Brothers. Yep, this Italian family sim has betrayal, alcoholism, leading to drunken sailors trying to steal a dance, and the saddest looking Don yet. Look at that pain behind those droopy eyes. It beats being a cab driver though, and puts a hard stamp on loyalty. Mafia has got me all giddy for the Ronaldo origin story that is Mafia The Old Country. So, take a seat in my car that struggles to reach 40 miles per hour, but it's still an effective protest ender, and let's look at why this game will get you hyped for Mafia The Old Country. We start in a cafe, seemingly at the end where Tommy, our main guy, is talking to a cop. A time also when in a cafe in the morning you could smoke indoors and have an Irish coffee. Life expectancy was 40 tops if you avoided crime and marriage. So it seems Tommy was the originator of Crazy Taxi. Tommy, a lowly cab driver at the start, shows his crazy driving skills as we drive mafia man Paulie, who has the voice of Chief Wiggum.
Cow says moo and the chicken says quack.
Fat Tony, is that you? Fat Tony?
The taxi got filled with blood. Tommy meets the Don, a man whose face is rapidly losing a battle with gravity. His face looks like kids have played around with it in the Mario 64 face editor. Tommy, despite saying he never wanted to get into the mafia to the cop in the cafe, the first thing he asks of the Don is to get some good old-fashioned physical revenge. The Don likes this and pretty much says he's in the family straight away. So it's definitely Tommy's fault here. And the Don even offering Tommy a simple loan instead of, joining the family. We meet Ralphie with Paulie, so basically Chief Wiggum introducing his son Ralph, although not a loving father, making damn sure he's not like him. Starting to think Paulie's days are numbered in this plot, just a hunch. We see rival boss Don Morello, lose his cool with a tire wrench. A guy dinked his car, so this was the procedure before car insurance was invented. Ralphie shows me the garage, a pretty cool feature to stash our cars that you steal. Kinda still got Schedule 1 on my brain though, so is it bad that I immediately saw this place more as a decent meth lab operation? We have to sabotage a racer's car as he's just too good and the Don has a lot of money riding on him, losing. We steal his car, the police notice, but Wiggum's boys almost immediately call it off, probably late for lunch. This is a recurring theme with the ever-vigilant police. Tommy then has to fill in for our race driver as he gets roughed up by the other rival mafia. Unfortunately for the family, I had literally just played Mario Kart, which was influencing my driving. Tommy meets Luigi, washed up and working behind a bar, lost his mustache, a real sad sight to see. He wants Tommy to walk his daughter Sarah home safe. Don't blame him, to be honest. Luigi's brother is notorious for letting his ladies get snatched. The mafia is about family, but even Luigi knows not to rely on actual family here. You hear rampant stories of alcoholism in the early days of America. I wonder how men slip into such an addiction.
Take another.
We get in a car chase with Sarah's bully, and then Tommy is faced with his first ever face pop situation. Chief Wiggum isn't having any of it and finishes the job. I think Tommy's promotion from cab driver to mafia goon is finally showing what the real job role is. Face to gun customer service.
Heard you in the market for something that goes boom.
You can pick up some guns before each mission as well as cars. Victor here, who has the arms of a gorilla, seems to have such joy in imagining the bloodshed we'll cause with him. Totally stable guy. The Don then had me kill the manager of the Corleone Hotel, essentially a brothel. However, I pressed punch instead of talk right in the reception, and that started a wild gun chase throughout the building. Stealth points right there. Bet I'm gonna do well good at Hitman. I don't know why I found it so hard mowing down men in a whorehouse. Half of them still had their trousers around their damn ankles. To be fair, there were two hard shafts between their legs, one being a sawn-off shotgun. Tommy then plants the bomb in the hotel and then performs the first ever parkour move in America. We escape through the parkour and end up in a church where we have a shootout. Great acoustics, by the way. Not gonna be great explaining this at the pearly gates. We then escape in a hearse. Such clunky steering though with all that dead weight. It later started raining for the first time. I tell you what, that clunky driving controls feels even better with absolutely no traction on the road and no mercy for fire hydrants clearly. Because we need more water on the road at the moment. We then get in a truck next with Paulie as that sounds even safer on the wet roads, especially as Paulie says it'll be a breeze of a job, which always translates to a peaceful time in mafia movies. Now, a problem I encountered, and I know they must have in real life back then, is that everyone dresses the damn same. So when you're in a hairline trigger tense moment in the dark, you could easily just unload a panic shotgun spray at your family. The duster coat business had a complete monopoly in the 30s. We then walk into a nice festive barn scene with a couple of fellas taking a nap in the storm. Wholesome, festive experience. What was the opposite of this is watching Tommy set on fire in slow motion. It's a real isolating moment. And then find a bloodied Sam who I have to protect. That went well. After getting chased by a police tank, Tommy arrives at Sarah's apartment and plays an absolute power move. He's visibly pissed he's late. He then just stands there and just mutters the one word, work. She then immediately derobes him. The next words out of his mouth are, marry me. She, with untapped enthusiasm, responds, okay. I'm sure this marriage will be fine due to their raw, extreme passion for each other and excellent communication skills. Look, Mafia isn't GTA, that's for sure. It's definitely more a narrative experience and it does it really well. But no one fights back on the streets and kind of just makes you feel mean after a while if you want to cause a stir. Felt worst after visiting Bill's pawn shop. I walked back out and that guy I was just punching is still a whimpering mess. The intensity of Tommy staring at him as well made the game crash. I load back up and he's now had time to relax, having a calming cigarette and a look of just feeling in the moment, you know? Tommy doesn't like this and immediately gets jealous. Tommy has to tell Frank, the family's accountant, that he's not being, well, frank with the Don, apparently. Along the way, though, I spot a protest opportunity. I'm pretty sure you can do that now in America, right? The Don then pairs us with essentially the Pink Panther, who immediately makes Tommy his bitch by dangling the keys to suggest, yeah, you're my driver, buddy. Paulie Wiggum's got a lead on his list after hearing some guy in a whorehouse called Gates, probably Bill. He's already on another list as a client. We talk to Gates, who looks relieved the Epstein list still hasn't been released, and he sells us some high quality booze before being ambushed by goons, tipped off by probably CoffeeZilla. We managed to get the booze truck out of a parking lot full of Morello's men trying to stop us, and suddenly we're driving in Uncharted. We get the booze back to the Don and he's proud of Paulie Wiggum, despite the fact Tommy cleared out a whole parking lot for them. As revenge, I try and get the Don car sick with some drunk driving, which made the following conversation with him straight after in the restaurant pretty awkward. Basically, the Don saying Tommy drinks too much. Then again, Morello's men interrupt our dinner, and in all the chaos, all that the Don can think about is, they could have let me finish my wine. Yeah. I'll see you in AA, boss. In the next scene, Harvey Keitel tells Don Morello Don just one more wine Salieri survived the ambush and now he's super pissed and shoots his human punch bag. He had to make do with what he could with gyms back then. Next, we gotta infiltrate a political party. Tommy looks livid in his sailor outfit, bless him. He then tries to hijack a dance. He's clearly in bachelor party mode, causing a scene. Tommy then shoots the counselor right before he lets off his entire savings worth of fireworks. And after all that commotion, we've actually got to catch Harvey Keitel, aka Sergio Morello, Don Morello's brother. The man can drive, that's for sure, and escapes. So, we plant a car bomb on Sergio's car, only for his wife to decide to take it for a burn instead. And then Tommy clearly has a taste for charred Morello as he gives Sergio the old Zippo roast treatment as well. We then need to infiltrate a prison, so we go Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle mode in the sewers. We meet Splinter, aka some guy just living down there. Like, complete the escape plan, mate. Why did you just give up halfway? I quite like the more personal angle of this graffiti on the wall. We managed to also bump into Bill Cosby.
I had a job. A good job.
Unfortunately, there wasn't an option to lead him to his nice chair. Tommy then tries the immigrant border crossing experience. We then had to escape the area and the police had roadblocked every possible escape route. But the police awareness was not on point. I decided to just ram past a cop roadblock and they did not see me, I guess.
Anyone see the truck? Call in with news, fellas.
And I see why they were so vigilant. Turns out the crates we stole is full of dope. We're officially in the hard drug business, boys. Paulie is livid and rallies Tommy into robbing a bank to get out of the mafia. You know, to lay low from all the heat. We complete the bank robbery and then on the way to Paulie's to collect our half of the cash, we hear on the radio about the robbery and the aftermath of death and violence.
The raid was executed with a high degree of violence.
Kind of took me out the game a second and made me realize, yeah, usually the player's actually the bad guy. I've been running people over, fantastically disobeying the speed laws at all times, and we've probably killed hundreds, and cooked a few as well. But look, we're trying, okay? Tommy wants to take Sarah and the kids to the beach. The Don finds out out about the bank job, he ain't happy, so Paulie gets whacked at his own home. All those years of loyalty gone because he did a freelance job, just like editors of big YouTube channels, I guess. Turns out it was Sam who shot Paulie, and now he's after Tommy, except Tommy has plot armor and we hunt the little rat down. Not of course before Tommy sets on fire again. His screams don't fail to send chills down me, ironically. We catch up to Sam, and to be honest, I had more interaction with Paulie and got closer with him. Sam, I kinda just didn't feel anything as I put a bullet in his head. So after all that, we fast forward and we got Mustache Tommy. You always know it's the twilight years of the main character when they got a good old lip sweller under their nose. So yeah, a short slice of mafia drama, but this game, although short and sweet, takes you through an amazing story. I really got GTA 4 vibes from this. I don't know if any of you got that feeling too. The characters are so well thought out, and you end up thinking about them after you play the game. Rather than see this game as a GTA clone that falls short in exploration, you should see it as a concise story that makes you explore the characters themselves with depth. I think this is where Mafia really shines over GTA. It's why I love GTA 4, because GTA 4 actually had the biggest depth in their characters like this game, and Mafia seems to put all their stock in the quality of the writing of these relationships. So as we conclude the origin story of Maroon 5's Adam Levine in the 30s, I'm very much looking forward to playing the 1900s Ronaldo origin story in the old country. So thanks for letting me gabagool all over this game. If there's one rule we should lead with, it's family. Family is forever. Thank you, Vin Diesel, and thank you, watchers. Stay classy, internet.
Says moo and the chicken says quack. What does the bird say?
I don't know.
Quack, quack, quack. Says moo and the quack, 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 quack. Moo, moo.